don't feel good. And you guys can kind of tell that anyway when I'm like playing games, because like I literally can't quite concentrate on what I'm supposed to be doing and where I'm supposed to be going. But I also don't have that kind of energy outside of stream, so it's like it's no different. But yeah, I had played a new game last night, Caffeine, that was interesting. I managed to get one of the endings. I think, Mirthless, you just left right before I managed to accidentally trigger an ending. My guy quit after that really hard mission that I could almost not fucking do. Like the service that was just like endlessly hard to fucking complete. My guy quit. He quit his job, and then he displayed some level of like psychosis or something like that, where he was like, yeah, the restaurant one. And he was calling somebody. He was calling somebody, but he was talking to a dial tone, like, while the phone was ringing without waiting for anybody to pick up. And then when the phone would say it couldn't be connected, or because, like, nobody was answering or whatever, he'd get upset that, like, this person hadn't responded to him for, like, ages. So that was really interesting. I got one of the 4 endings, so I'll be playing that on most of the rest of the Wednesdays this month. So that should be interesting. Also, earlier, I bumped my desk and I accidentally knocked off everything over the back of the keyboard cover down the back of the desk. So I managed to catch my tablet, but like my phone and everything still fell. So there was like a loud noise partway through stream that was like, I feel sorry for everybody that may have had headset on, because I got metal blinds behind my desk. Did you enjoy the game? I did, except like the service parts of it were very hard. So I found that because I don't really play any like restaurant management type games, right? Any kind of like tycoon businessy type games and stuff. I found that to be quite challenging in itself. And it took me a lot longer with the progression of the game because of that. Just because, like, the coordination of, like, managing tables, remembering orders, stuff like that. It got to the point where I stopped trying to remember what I was supposed to be handing people and just started counting how many plates they had in front of them and tried to memorize what the dishes were to make it a bit easier on myself. That helped. That made it a little bit better, but, like, still very difficult. Still very challenging game. But the actual, like, cutscene disturbing dialogue and stuff like that was very cool. Like, when I decided to, like, feed the rat that I found in the kitchen, and the head chef owner guy, boss man, fucking ended up turning that into a shortcake for me to go home with, and then asked me at the end what I thought of the taste of the cakes, or thought of the taste of the food that he's been sending home with me. Like, it was interesting. It was definitely morbid. You saw the shortcake, yeah. Shortcake was a rat, for anybody that didn't see it. It was actually just a gutted rat on a plate with some strawberries next to it that was supposed to be a strawberry shortcake. What's that? Waves of Darkness. I don't want to slay waves of enemies. I could get a level up with that, but I don't want to do that just yet. I'm trying to, like, explore this whole area so that I can move up to the next zone. Plus, I get XP from that. If you guys kill that, must be somebody over there. So, yeah, I've almost got most of this explored. Because I've got to go out here. Or here. This part's all shadowy. I've got to go out over here to get... Actually... No, I've got to go through here maybe to get there. I'm not sure. This is more than one area. I'm glad I didn't try to do this last time, because this is definitely more than 15 minutes. Ooh, pretty bridge. Yeah, I don't know. It was a fucking interesting game, especially since, I don't know if you got to see it, but on the last day, like, Bossman just kept standing there, like, staring through, like, the hole in the wall, chain smoking in his office, watching me work. And it was really kind of creepy. I'm like, is this what this guy does during service? Like, he started displaying, like, a level of obsession towards my person. Which was pretty interesting, but he also seemed to know the person that's gone missing that my person knows. So I'm curious how that is. Like, if I could complete the restaurant parts a little bit better, a bit faster, I think I'd enjoy more of the flow of the game. But that's entirely up to me not being able to play it well, as opposed to the actual game being good. Plus, on the last day had a little bit of glitchiness where the customer would stand up at, like, dessert. Like, they'd stand up in advance to finishing their service, and then they'd decide that because I couldn't do anything to... there you are. Because I couldn't do anything to actually, like, keep serving them at that point, I was really stuck. They'd be like, you're taking too long after dessert. Like, as if they'd gone back one meal. So I kept losing orders. I ended up having to take on as many people as I could at the same time to kind of be able to manage it. But I think playing from, like, the get-go each time, I'll get a bit faster with it. So it shouldn't be too hard. The only problem is the conditions of getting a different ending. So I ended up looking it up after stream just to see, like, how did I get that ending? And the ending that I got, ending 1, is you play through the entire game, all the services, and you happen to go outside at, like, a specific time and stuff. To get different ones... Oh, I don't have more health. I
have no patience.
To get a different one, you've got to go outside and you've got to do things at certain times instead of providing service on certain days. So I'll have to really carefully watch to, like, try to get a different one. Because I do want to get different outcomes. I don't want to play it over again and get the same fucking outcome. So I would actually be trying. I think it'd be interesting. Alright, that's gone from there. Fuck off, mate. Whoops. I was going to say have a Hydra, but I guess have a firewall? Might have had my hand over a little bit too far then. Alright, I know you little bat things. And this guy that's, like, fucking surfing down the wall here. Fuck off, mate. Surfing the snow. He's probably, like, snowboarding or something for reals. I love when I manage to get it on all sides. Like, the person, creature, demon, whatever, is standing in the middle of fucking Hydra. It's great. Have I got this one? I think I did. A lot of the times, wherever the deer are, you kind of go over to where they are. Ah, yes. What? Wild boss spawning. Alright. I don't really care about that. I think that's for seasonal stuff. I also noticed something interesting tonight too, and I don't know if this is a new update or if this has always been the case. Whoa, shit. But when I was in the main town, there were what looked like characters, like potentially, possibly people, normal players, possibly running around. And I'm not playing a multiplayer edition of this, so unless, like, in the cities you can kind of, like, see each other or something, they may have brought that in. I'm not sure. I'll show you when I see it next. Oh, see, that could be pretty. That... Get out of my way. It's not as pretty as I was hoping. Like, the side profile looks alright, but the front's a little daunting. Alright. Sturdy tunic. Can I have one that looks nice? Oh, okay, under boob. Alright, we gotta turn it that way for that. Oh, really? Really? We just got under boob again. God damn it. Actually, that looks pretty nice. You know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. That's a really nice top. At least on that angle, it looks really nice. I don't like works with it. I like the back. That looks like it's really, like, comfortable, you know? So I was talking about this once before, but when I was doing my, like, bodybuilding stuff, I had these, like, side, like, this kind of, like, shoulders and, like, the muscular arms and stuff like that, but it looked very, like, still very feminine sort of thing. So I've spoken about that before, but I don't mind her showing off, like, her, like, arms and stuff like that, because it kind of just, I don't know, I feel very connected to her in that sense. Is that underboob again? Look, we got underboob one other time, and I got incredibly distracted. I was having a conversation, and then my brain just stopped, and I'm like, well, I guess we're going to stare at underboob for a minute, aren't we? Oh, man. Don't hit the foxes. I don't want to hit the foxes. I don't know. It's it's one of those like funny things. I don't think I could ever comfortably wear like something that has something like that. Like her outfit she's got at the moment, I could comfortably wear something like that because like it supported up with the neck. Not that I really like shit around there. Like not like that where like the base of like your body support is coming up and then crossing over collarbones. Like I'm not a big fan of that. But halter neck shit, like I'm fond of that. There's another dead guy. It better not have a fucking what do you call it? Spirit just crawl up out of it. I swear, I'm not going in there. I know that's a thing I could do for quests, but I'm not after the blue ones. I'm after the gold quest. Fuck off, mate. I saw you climb up out of that thing. Oh, oh man. I managed to launch myself further back into that problem then. That was great. So I haven't explored everywhere. Oh, they were having a moment. Fucking hell, I can't have nice things. So yeah, I've got like a little bit of like, not quite with it kind of logic. Like I start out headed somewhere and then I just get lost. So I'm not trying to like fully clear where I'm going tonight. I'm just trying to like get to my quest, which I've been trying to do for about an hour and 40 minutes at this point. Can you have a Hydra, please? I also, for some reason, cannot seem to cast Hydra much tonight. It's very, very interesting. Sorry. But yeah, if you guys want to tell me what you've been up to today or what you got planned, you go for it. Love to, like, I don't know, get into some shitty chats. And who shot me? I like the blue. Kind of works for her with the darker background, but I like the red top better. The other one I had, this one was nicer. Doesn't matter, I can set clothes to look a certain way. Fuck off, mate. Plus, I found pants in here for some reason. Look, if you're gonna be here, you... Did you just kill him? You piece of shit. I don't know if you saw that, but there was a guy there that was alive. He was, like, knelt down to probably tie his shoe or some shit. And this guy just went over and, like, shanked him in the back and, like, brought forth, like, another entity from him. There we go. Okay. Where am I? I am going up. Nice. I missed the thing that I could kick, but that's fine. I'm finally going up towards... I was gonna say toward... What is that? The fuck is that? I was gonna say, I'm like, all of this is like... weird, but the hell are you? An Ice Clan Impaler. I need time. Okay. Oof. Jesus. That took a hard hit. I'll tell you what, if I can get a couple of these going. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Jesus Christ, that was harsh. No, don't touch me, mate. I legitimately don't have health. I'm gonna run away from them a little bit. Try to, like... Jesus Christ, I'm on, like, the tiniest bit of fucking health. Don't touch me, mate. All I can do is try to get them to hit Hydra. Oh, there we go. Damn it. That was hard. Oh, they dropped one right next to me. I could have ran away if I had kept going back down where I'd already cleared. I could probably have kept pulling Hydra. And it would have been okay. Put that up there. I know that they're there. I know my shit was over here. This is where I died. The little wolves and stuff like foxes. Oh, no. You are fast, you piece of shit. Don't hit the fox. I like the little foxes. I actually like foxes in real life. Like, not something... Well, we do have them here. I shouldn't say we don't have them, because I've seen one when I was, like, in school age kind of time. We went, like, to a campsite kind of thing. It was one of those ones where you have, like, indoor, like, locked rooms and shit like that for camping or whatever. But I knew you guys were back here. But we left the window to our camp room open. And when we came back, we ended up having a, we had a little fox just jump out of our window and, like, scurry away, which was really uncommon because you don't really get them that close to people, and I'm guessing somebody must have had food in their like bag. But it was very cute. We all got to stand back in awe and like just watch it. And even the teachers were just surprised because it wasn't supposed to be in the area. Like they weren't known to be in that area. What's that? This. What did I pick up? Did I pick up a potion? What is this? Warrior's chain. Item quest, glory displayed. A chain of small coins etched with various images of bears, often worn by barbarians of the bear tribe. Okay. Cannot be salvaged, cannot be sold. Interesting. It must be a quest item because it's in the quest tab, which now that I realize it, oh no, it automatically goes back to main page. Alright, I was going to say, I'm going to get stuck not knowing where to go with that. So where am I? Getting close to a town. That's where the next town is. I haven't even finished going through this area, but this one's just going to be one of those messy ones where I just can't do it this week. I just can't, like, logic through it. Go straight. I'll come back and I'll clean up this map. I'll probably end up, like, walking through the entire fucking map at some point. I don't know where that is. Could be anywhere. This is really close to... I'm surprised that it keeps saying, like, world boss. I'm very close to this town, but am I actually... Get away from me, Beth. Fucking hell. I can't have nice things. No. Ugh. Jesus Christ, the fact that they have Arctic bears just outside of their main towns, that is some terrifying shit. Could you imagine one of those big bastards coming in here after people of the town? Like, holy fuck. Like, yes, I could have just walked in here, and I would have been safe, but there's literally just Arctic bears out there. Also, that dog is severely in need of, like, pets and or food. What are you doing, dog? Yeah, as far as I can tell, I don't think I'm in this as... pretty sure I jumped in it as like a single game, but I don't know, maybe they've updated that.
I can take the cold outside, so long as it's quiet.
I thought that was that guy for a second there. I'm like, the fuck?
Never have children.
Not planning to, mate. Fucking planning specifically not to, in fact. Hey, Cena. Hi. What do you got? I found this at the side of Kazar ambush.
An ambush? Damn these beasts! This was Namran's chain. Thank you for returning it.
I love how she thanks me and just immediately just turns around. I met your chieftain. Yeah.
You want an audience with our chieftain? Earn it. Slay our enemies. Hunt the Khazra of the Ice Clan who stalk this mountain. Break their bodies and bring their shattered bones back as tribute. Then, maybe the chieftain will acknowledge you.
You know, I'm really hoping that the entire world of Diablo IV is not underneath a fucking layer of snow. I'm hoping that, like, if I have to move around, like, I'll keep talking to you in a sec, love. What? Vision progress. I literally just hit tab. What the fuck? Maybe it's different when I'm in town. Can you fuck off? Okay, so I must have just given me something extra. I might have clicked on something. So here's a question. If I zoom out a little bit, like, you see how there's water up here, right? I've established that there's water. And this was like hot springs, right? So this is like a spring town and stuff. I get that this is all around this place. It's all snowing here. If I zoom out a little bit more, I don't want to get too fucking much of the map, right? But I know that this is kind of like where I am, okay? Fractured Peaks kind of area, okay? I could understand if this whole section here and a little bit over here, maybe these 2 or 3 spots, that part's missing, are all snow. And, like, my only thing is, like, I don't want to keep, like, scrolling out because I don't want everything to be, like, just surprise for me. I want this world map to slowly, like, unveil itself kind of thing. Like, I missed a spot down there. But I kind of don't want to play an entire fucking snow game. Like, could you imagine if Diablo 4 was a seasonal game. It's like, yeah, you start here and it's snowy and stuff like that, but it's only snowy because regionally where it's created is in winter. Like how with WoW, when you play WoW, it would be nighttime if you were in nighttime, give or take, and it would kind of go to daytime if you're in daytime and whatnot. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we find like other seasons because I'm not like I don't hate the snow, but I liked with the different areas of Diablo 2. You had like the desert, you had the marshlands sort of swampy area, you had the snow at the end kind of thing, and you had like the kind of I don't know, I would say probably winterish or autumn-esque kind of like first area. So I liked like the different areas, the different sort of seasonal things that you get with it. It's probably all winter, the whole fucking game. I don't know. The desert and the marshlands could have been a lot colder than I think they are. Why has the bear tribe come to these lands?
Our chieftain heard the call of the ancients, and so we answered. Our destiny awaits us beneath the mountain, and no man or beast will stand in our way.
Alright. So they're hearing something under the mountain. So... Oh, there's a few things around here. Armor vendor.
I've got it here.
I don't want to sell that yet. What's that? A hood. And you restock in a little bit too. That's fine. I'll tell you what. Whoop, not that. I'm sorry. I keep hitting tab, and I know it's fucking C, but I just keep hitting the wrong thing. Whoa. Proximity fucking thing. What is... Oh, that's one of those things you can hold on to. Fine. And what do? You're a blacksmith. Can I sell all my shit?
These bits still have some life in them yet.
Cool. And can I sell my rare shit? If I don't have rare shit to salvage, then the fuck is this legendary? Can I still sell it? Don't put that on. I want to sell it. I don't want it. That's legendary. I'm sure it's great, but I'm not using ice. I guess I could put it in my thing for when I have, when I do a round with ice, I guess. This will eventually, I will eventually have a stash, like, combined with my other stash. It's going to sit in here. I assume this is going to disappear when season is over, because it's a seasonal consumable. What are you doing?
Too much sitting inside. I think I'm getting fat.
Less talking, more hitting.
Oh. Oh my god.
Aprilix Aircon is fucked if you want to help get Kelvin it at 1.6 kilowatts cool only box air conditioner funded. It would help her out heaps. Type exclamation mark throne room in chat to take a peek.
I keep forgetting I set that up. I don't have that on like any kind of like a time limit thing. That thing just goes off when it fucking feels like it. But that's hilarious. I connected Throne to Twitch alerts and that's what happens. I don't know. I find it amusing. I'm just happy the thing kind of works, but at the same time, it's just kind of, I don't know. On some level, the readout aspect I'm not used to yet. It's weird. You're a Bear Tribe warrior. At least that didn't go off during a fucking cinematic or some shit. I don't know when they do. How fares the tribe?
Our purpose remains clear, but our spirits are low. Baltok, the chieftain's champion, was recently slain. Now the Khazra are in possession of his weapon, the fabled Grizzly's Maul. It is difficult to ask this of an outsider. Please, reclaim the hammer from those foul beasts. Leaving it in their hands is an affront to our fallen champion. He was last seen being dragged into a cavern in Malnok.
It's just occurring to me, I was looking at all these like random goat skulls over here, and I'm like, what do they do? Are they just like eating the creatures and then just putting their skulls on display because it's like it's not going to decompose because we're in the thick of winter and shit? And then I realized that they're way too big to be actual. Well, there are real goats that are massive, right? I know that there's mountain ones, but then I realized that they're probably the goat heads of the goat creatures that are out there, and they're probably displaying them as like a pride warrior type thing. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit different. That they've like killed several on their own, and they're very proud of the fact that they've killed it. Because at first I thought they were just like really morbid with their food. Tell me about the trophies behind you. Oh, God, we were going to have it explained anyway. Oh, man, glad I figured that one out just in the nick of time.
We display these trophies to honor the ancients and guide their wisdom to us. The skulls remind me that death is always close at hand, theirs or your own. There is one skull I'm saving a place for. That of a goatman we've named Caller the Collector. It hunts north of here, openly feasting on our fallen. Caller has challenged us. Were you to bring me its damned ugly head, you would gain great favor with the tribe.
I will handle it.
So I know that this thing's currently in front of the goat heads. And I know they're a little bit gory and stuff to look at. But if you're on a big enough device that you can like see the little details and stuff, when this thing disappears while we're having a conversation, have a look. The heads are currently dripping. Can anybody that lives with a snow environment tell me if it's possible for something to, like, if you've hunted animals and stuff like that in snow, is it possible for, say, a skull that's been like, I don't know, this level removed for a while to be able to drip in this level of fucking snow conditions? Because it seems a little odd to me. Tell me about Malnok.
Malnok was a settlement before the Khazra sorcerers emerged from the mountain. Now, goatmen congregate there in large numbers. I've seen firsthand the foul magics they practice. You will need to shatter the Khazra before you can seek the Grizzly's Maul. Many have tried, but none have yet succeeded.
Okay. Tell me more of this hammer.
The Grizzly's Maul is from a time when we lived on Mount Ariat. A time when the children of Bolkathos carried it into battle against the demons that lay siege to the land. Our ancestors always reclaimed it whenever the wielder fell, just as we do now. Baltok, though wounded, refused to let the Grizzly's Maul leave his hands as he was dragged away.
Hey, Weaver. Welcome in. I was just in the thick of a cinematic thing then, or a dialogue. Every time we got dialogue or cinematics, I'm just letting them talk. Tell me about Kola.
The beast stands atop a mound of gore. Our chieftain has forbidden any further attempts from our warriors to claim the kill.
Okay. Alright, so the hammer thing reminds me a little bit of an older Diablo where I had to get like a hammer or mallet back. I don't remember what exactly, but it is interesting. What's this? Oh, campfire. Pungent odor arises from this pot, some of pine fermented meat. God, that reminds me of what Triantha was cooking this morning and put into the decanters that he like slipped around in everybody's bathrooms. This is learning about your country. What about Australia? What'd you learn? Deadly threat spotted nearby. Corlin Hill. A foul sorcerer waits northern sinners pass to assail the unaware. Challenge him with vigilance, I think, as he practices various uncanny magics. Interesting. Okay. You look a little blue, love. You actually are a little blue. Maybe a bit thicker fucking clothes. Mind you, they all look a little bit on the grey tinge. There could be armor. There could just be, like, the blizzard that's rolled in. What's up here? What are you doing?
You were right about the food in Yelesna.
They can burn a man at the stake, but they can't season a goat.
Actually, I've heard of that. I've heard of, like, some places that are, like, really cold. It's quite difficult to, like, cook up like food properly, but they just don't bother with fucking seasoning because it's just more concentration on actually getting the food cooked through. Oh, this might be the Bear King up here. Is it? I learned that the states had weird history and that people usually live around the ocean and that you have territory in Antarctica and that it's not all desert. What is it? That is not all desert. Yeah, no, we've got a few like inland deserts. We have a lot of like Australian population is coastal. Some of it goes like inland. This is why I talk about like most cities are coastal, and when you go rural, you're going inland, which is away from resources. So, where is the healer dude here? Did I talk to her? I did. You're the one that was going grey. You do. Oh, barrels and vessels filled with various foods and supplies to guard against the harsh conditions. Did I sell all my shit? Yes. Okay. And what's up here? I think it's pretty cool that you're like learning about Australia. There's it has a lot of islands. Yeah, there is. There's a lot more connected to Australia, like a lot more like little tiny islands than a lot of people are aware of. A burying grave? Grave of a fallen warrior of Bear tribe. Weapon and armor displayed proudly seems testament to their honor. That's nice. There's another one over there. Looks like he's paying respects. What is this dangerous ass looking past? Goatman corpses. Why have they been dragging these in here? I learned about the flag too, but forgot about it. That doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff about Australia that's like good and bad. But yeah, I think the main thing is like learning about like the coastal states and stuff like that. Like we've got more like inland areas and stuff like that, but it can be uncomfortable and dangerous the further inland you go, depending on where you are. Like I think Queensland has its own fucking full-on desert, like more inland. Like you wouldn't go probably more than 2 hours or probably no more than 4 hours from a coastline before you're basically full-on like rural. The burned bodies of goatmen lay in a pile. Unpleasant stench of charred fur. Blood clings to frigid cave air. Yeah, a lot of the times you get Australians will travel like up and down the coast instead of like inwards. Remember, like there was a big star that meant something. The little stars each have different names. Yeah, I think it's the Southern Cross is what you're talking about. I can guarantee you it is the most common tattoo in Australia. It's the Southern Cross. A lot of Australians have it. Also learned that foxes and camels and whatever was imported to Australia, but then it's a big problem because it was too much. Yeah, I was talking about the camels yesterday. We have a camel problem more inland. There is a lot of bears around this place. But yeah, so is rabbits. A lot of animals are brought in and a lot of them are a problem. That's why we have really strict, what do you call it? What is it called? It's like border protection type thing for, what is that? Malnock, you're... Where am I? I'm up here. I kind of got to go back down. Yeah, we've got a lot of quarantine and strict policies for importing and stuff. So even though like Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria are strict, Perth is the strictest, and most stuff do not tend to go directly to Northern Territory. It normally has to go through one side or the other side of Australia. Interesting fact though, since you are learning about Australia, is that they are putting in, I believe, currently a rail system that's going to go from South Australia to Northern Territory, I think. I don't know if it